you ever had this experience where you're hired to come in and lead a team, and whether that be at the site level or that be at the corporate level, and you come into the office and on day one, you sit down to actually start to conduct business and you realize that the desk is not organized in any way, shape, or form that you like, whether it be the way things are housed in drawers or the way that things are organized on the desktop, and how that creates a lot of angst in you. And it gives cause for you to start to criticize the prior leader in the sense that no wonder this thing isn't working out. This leader kept the stapler in the top left-hand drawer when clearly it should be in the right-hand drawer, the top right-hand drawer. It's much more efficient to reach for it this way, pulling this drawer out as opposed to reaching across yourself and pulling it out this way. Now, let's use that as a jumping off point for this episode of Multifamily Collective. And just think about three different things when you start to out yourself like that. One is you have to understand that there are a plethora of leadership styles in the world. And just because one person keeps a drawer or a stapler in the top right-hand drawer versus the left-hand drawer, it doesn't mean they're a bad leader. Just because their files are organized in a drawer in a certain way doesn't mean they're a bad leader. Just because they have paper files versus digital files doesn't mean they're a bad leader. It just means that they have a different style of leadership than you do. Let's talk about the impact that has when you start to critique the prior leadership. It really plays itself out downstream in the people that report to you. If you start to criticize the leadership, there are people, believe it or not, that are still in your organization that have absolute and utmost respect for the person that was a leader prior to you. And when you start bad-mouthing or trash talking the prior leadership, it really does tarnish you as a leader. It really does undermine your opportunity and your necessity to build trust with those new team members. So you have to be very careful when you start to criticize the way that other people led or the prior person led. So be careful when you're doing that. And just understand this, change is constant in the world. And to the extent that you can help people move through change in an efficient manner, in a safe way, a psychologically safe way, the more inclined people are going to be to buy into your leadership style. If you can help them feel comfortable that change is always happening every single day, we are all changing as individuals, the world is changing, the way that we do business is changing, the environment is changing, the market is changing, everything is changing constantly. Your job as a leader is to help people move through that change in a way that they feel safe and they feel secure, they feel heard. So my encouragement to you is just remember that I think it goes without question that just because somebody keeps a stapler in a different drawer than you would keep it in, or they keep a desk organized differently than you would, or just because they're still working off paper instead of digital files doesn't make them a bad leader. And criticizing them certainly doesn't help you build trust with your new team. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.